with these pop-up ones, I could make a new intro, but I'm like, eh, we'll just go live. Especially when it's like timely content like this today. Um, yeah, I think that works well. I am going to share this to the Veteran Nation group, though. Let people see it in there. Because some people, that's how they find out. So you were watching Megan before we went live?
Yeah, I was. Dirty! Oh, here
There's
we go
Big
with
Dirt.
the echo.
You got an echo?
It's my fault.
Oh, I was about to say I got my sound settings. I finally was able to marry him up when I was doing the Harley Gray show. Hi everybody. Hey James.
Hey, James.
I wish Coop was here because then we could say, "Send us money."
Here we go again. I
Good to
was
see
broken
Chris
enough
here.
this morning.
I had to go back and rewatch you guys because people were talking. I'm like, okay, I got to see what was. When I watched it, I was dying laughing. It sucked because I wasn't even at the office this morning. Skipper, I had my physical and they sent me for blood work. So I don't know if it's working.
Oh, your blood work was today?
Yeah, I could have done it this week or next week, but today was just a good day that I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go do it and get it done with.
There you go. Hi, Nancy.
So is this the cult?
It's one of them.
I've always wanted to start a Blue Oyster cult.
Oh my god. He's referring to my post in the hate group.
Oh, that we're in a cult?
Yeah, if you want to join a cult, you can always join either the Temu crew or Vag Nation. Glory.
What are you doing? She's looking at me. She's looking. We got a neighbor that has two huskies, and she's always looking for them, just so she can bark at them. Okay. Well, we've been live for 3 minutes, and I see we do have an audience here. Got Yankee Bell and Nancy. Welcome, welcome. So I guess we could probably talk about. Don't take this personally, but you're no Jim Henson. I take offense at that, sir. I take a big offense at that. Me and Miss Piggy, we have problems with that. Nancy says she's seen Blue Oyster Cult. They need more cowbell.
Cowbell? Where are we supposed to get cowbells?
You've never seen that Saturday Night Live with Will Ferrell, where he's banging the cowbell?
Yeah, but where are we supposed to get cowbells? Where's Star when we need her?
We can always order them from Mississippi State. Half the audience likes you. Well, the other half does not like me. I already know I'm going to get hate for my video this morning.
Uh-huh. And somehow it's going to be my fault because apparently I control you.
Welcome, Lou. Yeah,
Hello.
what's funny about that is you and Coop are always like, do not do that. But I did tell you last night, you knew I was going to do something, and I said, I'm going to the store to get a skeleton.
I even made fun of you because I was like, use a hairdryer to take the hat off. And I was like, wait a minute, you're bald. You don't have one. Oh my God.
We're going to get a response video from Bone Smoker, and he's going to be like, I'm not even a skeleton. Oh, so what do you think about court today?
Ah, it's finally, well, actually, yet again another win for the real good guys.
Yep. This
And
is what his fourth win in court
hell, I don't know. I've lost count.
because we've got Ohio, the initial one, contempt number one, contempt number two, and then her case against him, the one with Judge Grudge, that got dismissed.
Yeah,
So this would be the fifth one.
yeah.
Um, even though it's not done yet, um, and this will be the Grangers first. And I did text them today and say, congratulations on the win, even though it's not yet official. But
It's
they,
guaranteed because of what the judge said.
yeah, and
So,
they did file their motion for summary judgment or
hmm,
default judgment. I'm sorry, today. So
yeah, it's
that
already
is,
on the docket.
yep. I don't even know. I don't know if that even has to, if they have to have another hearing on that. I think the
From
judge
what
can,
Jeremy said, that he was just going to grant it.
yeah. So, I mean, by the end of the week, we might have uh, default judgment and, order to pay. What did they say they were asking for? 56,000.
$56,000. Yep.
So, and they don't have the trailer anymore and the equity in that.
Looks like they're going to lose their land to the
Or,
Grangers.
or no, no, it was the Jeep that was taken, or was it the trailer?
It was the camper that was repoed.
Okay.
All they have left is John's in the tent and her and the baby's back in the shed.
Wow. But she got her hair and nails done, so you
Yeah,
know.
where'd she get the money for that?
I love
Hmm.
that Jeremy was pointing that out. All these people who donate money to them, it's like just throw it down a well.
From someone who actually just went to the salon last week, it is not fucking cheap to get your hair done.
No, it's not. Especially if you're doing color.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
And more than
98%
likely,
win.
she just got the Dollar Tree box dye.
Or she's got some crackhead in town who just wanted like 20 bucks that can do hair. Because I've seen people do that.
Nanny Clampett says, "Oh, it's Skipper and Gilligan." Why did I not think of that?
What? Hey, only cat. What are you gonna put me in a Skipper hat and you in a Gilligan hat? I don't know, James. If she got her nails done and she got French tips, so she was spending money. She was spending some money.
I like money.
Skipper spends a fortune on hair care. I do those dollar store razors, like, and I buy them in bulk. Um, so here's the thing about this. So she's going to lose both cases. That's the judge was indicating that, um, which I fully expected. Uh, I think at this point, I don't know if hiring a attorney would help her. The only thing they could try to do is to reduce damages and restitution. That's the only thing I see. Oh, say hello to Mr. G for me. Uh, but yeah, so
He
I
said
don't know.
hi. Wait, come here. Since everybody's saying me and Mikey are having an affair, come here. He's, he said, "Hold up." Leonard's just standing there looking at you like, no.
Not you either.
Molly. Just shut the door. I'll put him out in a minute. He was trying to put 2 of the male cats out, and they're just sitting there staring at him like, yeah, no.
Wasn't the one whining about wanting to go out today?
That was the female. She
Okay.
loves being outside, but when the boys come in, it's like fighting to get them out. It's hot in here.
Your litter box has been cleaned, sir.
I want to get into this, but I want to make sure Georgie can be on because some of this
Say
stuff.
hi to Bestie.
Hi.
Hey there.
Okay, now what?
So what people they're focusing on these cases, but now that we know they're both essentially wins, what we need to look at is what effects these are going to have. Because she's going to have this judgment against her. And I believe, I'm not 100%, but I believe disability and Social Security can be garnished for court judgments.
Really?
I'm not 100% on that because I've never had to deal with it, but I think so. Because it gets turned over to the IRS.
And then Jeremy will be able to use these wins in the local, in the Fed.
Federal court. Yep. And that's where Bruce talking her into all these lawsuits was just so stupid. And I'll give it up. You know, like I'll everyone knows I was going for a restraining order, and in my case, and I actually talked to an attorney. I was doing it pro se, but when they brought in their attorney, I was like, okay, well then I'll go get an attorney. And I was working with this attorney on it, and we eventually sat down, and he said, okay, so what do you want? And I was like, I want a restraining order. I don't want this guy near me. And he goes, okay. He goes, here's what you're running the risk of. He goes, I can see the judge granting the restraining order. I could see the judge denying the restraining order. He goes, I think you got a good chance of getting it. He goes, however, how long do you want it for? And I told him how long. And he goes, yeah, the judge is probably going to grant it to you for a year, maybe 2. He goes, if I were you, I would withdraw your restraining order. And he goes, you have other damages. You have damages. He goes, get these couple things done, and then we'll file an actual lawsuit. And he goes, and you can request a restraining order as part of a settlement in that lawsuit. And he goes, and there you can say, no, I want it for X amount of years. And he goes, there I can see it much better for you. He goes, and you're not risking a loss. He's like, because the judge might be like, oh, you might get him on a bad day and them not grant the restraining order. And he goes, so then you're going into court kind of like with this loss against you. And I was like, no, that 100% makes sense. So I'm doing the things that he told me. I did withdraw the case, and I will be doing a lawsuit later. But you know, with this, you think Bruce would have thought that through, like, oh, especially the trespass 5 case. Like, there was no way that one was ever gonna win. Like, they did everything right with that case.
Oh, yeah. And putting the sheriff on that case as a defendant, like, that was the dumbest move.
Right? That just showed that they were just throwing everything against the wall to see what sticks, which is not a good legal strategy.
And it looks as nothing stuck.
What's that?
I said it looks like nothing stuck for them.
Yeah. Oh, right. And that's what happens. But then now she's going into another case with all these losses all piled up. And it just bolsters Jeremy's claim that no, she's been filing all these lawsuits just to harass me.
Mm-hmm. Harass him, his friends.
Yeah. Yep. Isolate
spouse.
him, do damage to his business. Most civil judgments cannot garnish SSI benefits, but exceptions exist for federal taxes, student loans, child support, and alimony. Okay. I thought that if you don't pay on a civil judgment, it can get turned over to the tax board. But I could be wrong. You know, you're not watching the fleas here. We can admit when we don't know something.
Right? I find myself on a regular basis and I have no clue.
You know, oh, what was the guy's? It was Bertram was his name. But he it's a very famous quote where he said, "The problem with the world is that the wise man questions every single thing that he knows, and the dummy thinks they know it all." And that's the fleas.
Oh, they know everything even though they know nothing.
I, it, all you have to do is look at today. It was their sage legal wisdom that got her into this position. Like, she's about to rack up 2 more losses and then be back in Ohio court and be back in federal court in 2 separate
Isn't
cases.
isn't that technically 3 losses because she sued the Trespass 5 and then she sued on the thumbnail and then the Grangers turned around and came back and sued her. And that's where the
Technically,
default judgment is coming is for where the Grangers sued her.
technically,
So that's three
I,
losses in one.
I put them in with the Trespass 5. I put their win in with that. But yeah, technically. How funny would it be if Brett and Therese got that property?
Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
If I were them, I would turn around and sell it right to Jeremy.
Yeah.
Because you know that would piss off Tina and Brian.
That would be hilarious.
Oh, I heard the little ding.
Is Koopy here?
Money.
Yes!
Money.
Give me the money. Oh my God. That was a fun day today, boy. Let me tell you.
Oh my god, it was so much fun.
Oh,
See,
shit. Me cracking myself up, her cracking herself up, us cracking each other up, and the chat really killing it.
here's the thing. You know, when it comes to being funny, all you have to do is whatever you're doing, think of one person that you know this will make them laugh. And then you do it because you know that person's going to laugh. Other people might not like it, but if your goal is to get that one person to really laugh, it's going to be funny.
I think
I wasn't trying to
you
make
made that
anybody
goal
laugh.
today.
Huh?
I said I think Skipper made that goal accomplished today because you and I took what he did and ran with that shit today.
I wasn't really trying to make anybody laugh. I was just having fun. It was hilarious to me.
We had a
Oh,
blast.
you gonna be Satan spawn tonight. I guarantee it.
I don't know. So much happened today. Today was a crazy day.
It has been a wild day.
You know, really sad thing about Charlie Kirk. Prayers to his family. But
Absolutely.
Charlie was a Christian. We know where he is today.
Right on, right on.
Amen.
Charlie was
And
one
then,
of one of the people I like to listen to. It's not because he was conservative Republican. It's because what came out of his mouth was common sense.
well, he would take things very logically, and
Right,
I can appreciate that
right.
because even if it's an argument I don't agree with, when it's from a place of logic, you come at that person then with some respect and know that
Yep.
okay, you're not just saying whatever.
Now you take the other side of the aisle. When you throw out names like Charlie Kirk, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, they automatically look at you. You're a piece of garbage because you listen to them. I listen to them because they're common sense people. They're not pushing right or left down your throat. They're pushing common sense. But anyway, I digress. What are you guys talking about? Let's have some fun.
Jimba
Sorry.
said that we had everyone laughing today. I know I had several people message me, Coop, and say they done watched it like 2 or 3 times since we ended the show because it was so funny.
All right, all right. So I just briefly read over what you guys sent me earlier. So what are we talking about here?
We were getting into how these losses today, like the effects they're going to have on the big picture.
As in
Well,
Charlie
because
Kirk?
now,
No,
no, with Jeremy,
Oh, okay. I got
yeah,
you. I got you.
and we were also kind of wondering where she got the money for her hair and nails. Which,
Uh,
let me just be clear, I really don't give a shit about that. I just find it funny.
sold some turtle eggs. There you go. Well, we know for a fact she's making $124 a weekend, so it could be there.
Diane
She
says
did.
I would love to hear the spin of the flea tonight.
Oh, yeah, that'd be interesting. Matter of fact, while you guys are chit chatting, I'm going to go share this over on Twitter since somebody can't no more.
I still have my conspiracy kitty account over there. It's just that one. I'm not paying for premium. I'm not going to try to get monetized. I'm done with that.
uh, Not to get off subject on this, but when they did kill your account,
Hmm.
did it was it like a gut punch? All that time and
No,
energy you put into it, and it's like, damn it.
it was just no. It was just frustrating because it's like as soon as it happened, um, I was like, okay, I know why they did this. It wasn't because anything was a violation. Because what they said was it was a tweet from months ago. It was because I was so close to monetizing. That's what it was.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, I know you spent a lot of time building that,
Hmm.
and just to have it, taken away like that, it had to hurt a little bit. I mean, I know when Facebook did what they did to me, it about shook my world. Yeah, I got pissed. I just disappeared for 5 years.
You know, I'm just not going to give them any more money because see, to broadcast on there, you have to pay. Um, oh, I see that. I see that. Uh, to broadcast, you have to pay for X premium, and that was my whole thing. Like I had no problem paying the money to broadcast, but give me the shot to monetize. And when they took that away, I'm like, forget you. You're not going to get any more of my money.
Right.
And that's it. For me, it's like, okay, you guys did this, but it got me onto TikTok.
I saw that. I see that. Now, are you on Instagram too?
Yes.
I have an Instagram. Yeah.
Somehow I managed to get him on TikTok and he managed to get me on Instagram.
I don't do any content. Well, I do on Instagram. I used to. TikTok, I don't make anything over there. So, are we ready to dive into this? Y'all have probably already said everything, hadn't you?
Well, I mean, we were just talking about the next steps because now he's going to go into uh, Ohio court and he's going to be able to show this, be like she's filed lawsuits against me and friends and coworkers, and those were all dismissed as frivolous. Like she's in a bad spot now.
Uh, I see. Okay, we know she's going to probably end up getting a judgment against her on the Granger stuff. All right. Hopefully, I'm thinking, okay, it's a toss up right now with me on the bankruptcy getting reinstated. Okay. I'm hoping she doesn't get it reinstated. That way, Jeremy can go on the 22nd, do his business. He'll get another judgment. But all of this shows a pattern that he can use in federal court.
Absolutely. Well, and Ohio court too. He can
Right.
use it in Ohio court because this is harassment. This
Exactly.
frivolous lawsuits are harassment.
I mean, people think, okay, they just, we didn't subpoena them and we dropped the case. But a lot of people will plan ahead and they'll go ahead and get a damn lawyer. Okay.
Right?
Now they're out a retainer. All right. So this person over here's got all this free legal advice and all these free lawyers. But yet, in turn, it's costing you money for a lawyer that you're not going to get back unless you ask for sanctions and fees. And, I know for a fact, I do not blame Therese and Brett Granger at all for suing her.
There's Boner.
Yeah, they're gonna make out. And the thing is, that was an unforced error on her side. They did not have to bring any of those cases.
Right. My thing is Bubbles talked her into this, and he used the best thing he could ever use, that evil thing called money. That's how greedy she is. She let this idiot talk her into this, thinking that there was a pile of gold at the end of that rainbow, and it's going to end up costing her out the ass.
There's some irony in, because I remember when this started, all she wanted out of Jeremy was $60,000 so that she could buy out John of the property. And now it's going to cost her almost $60,000.
Speaking of a flea spin, she has posted on her channel a community post, and it's quite amusing.
James, there's no guarantee that the bankruptcy case will begin again. There's no guarantee.
Right. Jeremy's thinking that it won't. I kind of leaning towards that it won't because of all of the garbage that was not done in the first one. I think the judge and the trustees, well, the trustee, their opinion is going to weigh heavy on it. And I think the judge, he's going to see this as an attempt just for harassment, trying to get out of any kind of legal fees.
Exactly. And the fact that she didn't list all the creditors the first time, there's just too many problems. Too many problems. I could see where the judge will just be like, look, no, you can refile a new case, but this one is dead.
Well, my thing is why does she have Jeremy and Brett and Therese and Travis? Why does she have these people as creditors when she owes them no money yet? How can you put down a creditor that you might owe down the road? There's been no judgment against her as of yet.
Mm-hmm.
So how can she sue them or say that they're creditors when she doesn't owe them anything? I don't understand how that can be.
I think you just have an idiot filling out the paperwork.
I don't know.
Georgie?
Huh? I was reading Stupid's thing and checked out.
Oh. You're okay. Yeah, Gary, 65,000 is what she wanted to buy him out.
Yep.
And now she's going to have to pay 56,000.
Right. And it'd probably be more than that when it's said and done, because what was it the judge wanted? He wanted lawyers' fees and all the costs and damages and everything added up. It could be well over $80,000
just on the thumbnail case.
I'm talking Granger's.
What he was wanting added up was for the thumbnail case with Jeremy and George and Larry.
He also wants it added up for the Grangers too. For when he turns over his default motion, he needs all of that stuff added up for that default motion. Did I misunderstand something?
I don't think for the default judgment, because when the Grangers sued, that was a hard amount, and they already had that breakdown.
But I thought they had 50 what, 5,000 plus attorney fees in it?
No, I thought that they may say attorney's fees. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I can't remember. I thought that they said attorney's fees too. I'm
Yeah,
not
they
I'm not
did.
100% sure.
Yeah, I don't know how the judge will break it up, but I don't see the attorney's fees being that considerable. Like, because I mean, yeah, there's been some preparation for this, but we haven't. It's not unlike the other things. They haven't had to go to court. That's what really costs you the
Right.
most time, is because those attorneys, a bad attorney gets 250 an hour. A good attorney gets 350, 500, even up to 1,000. I don't know what any of these attorneys charge, but showing up to court, because you got to pay for them to travel to the court, be at court, travel away. That's where it eats everything up.
Uh didn't If I'm not mistaken, didn't Brett and Therese say that they had to pay Randy a $3,000 retainer?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
That's actually a
Yep.
pretty low retainer. I've
So,
seen retainers of 5 and 7,000.
oh, there you go.
In my case, when they showed up, with their attorney, um, in a separate thing, I talked with my attorney. I was like, "Here's who they hired," and she was like, "They paid a $7,000 retainer, and they're not getting
Wow.
that money back."
So what you think, Georgie?
It's a lot. I was just told Jeremy has released the courtroom videos, but they're members only.
Okay, I'm a member, but not high enough to see the members only videos.
Oh, how would he get that this quick?
I mean,
I
if he
don't
did the
know.
request today,
Yeah, he did the request as soon as it was over.
Huh.
CK said Jeremy's short showing the judge actually saying writing check already debunks them.
Oh yeah, I mean, for somebody that doesn't watch Jeremy Hills, Liar Nut put up a post on standing in her trash
hmm
saying, basically telling everybody she can't control the comments on YouTube. So she deleted everything on YouTube and put one on her standing in the trash so she could control the comments, and wanted to address what someone said today, meaning Jeremy Hills. She's calling him a liar. I didn't run out of the courtroom.
here's
Yeah.
the thing: she well, if she wasn't there for the conference, then yeah, you did run out of the courtroom,
Yeah.
even if you weren't physically running.
She
Right.
okay, so she was there for the hearing, the conference, whatever, but where he told her and them to go back there and schedule the next hearing.
Yeah,
She left. Like she
yeah.
dipped the fuck out.
I'm not talking about the status conference. Talking about like yeah, the what do they call it? It is called a conference, but it's only of the attorneys and the judge, and she's her own attorney in this case.
I think it's going to be hilarious. Well, we already know she has zero money. She still owes from the Ohio ruling.
Diane says criminal restitution, court ordered restitution can lead to garnishment of SSDI.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, I can tell you, at least in Ohio, those uh, contempt of court, that is considered criminal.
wow. Uh, we were talking about this here a while back, Georgie and I, on one of our shows. A lot of the people in the chat that are on disability were telling us, you can't really. Now I don't know, guys. I'm not on disability, but some of them were saying that you can't garnish disability, but you can garnish bank accounts. Well, where does the disability go? It goes into the bank account.
Um, I think there's only select times where they can do that, and I thought it was court judgments, but again, I could be wrong. Um, so yeah, they're not supposed to garnish disability because they're supposed to say, no, this person is disabled, and that's why. But uh, I mean, she's out there making money, and she's not supposed to be making money. So do with that what
Right.
you will.
Right. Um, Georgie, you and I have been covering this a while. What do you think, girl, of what happened today?
We've had a lot happen today, so I'm just kind of out of it for real. I'm just glad that there's finally wins and there's finally movement in one of these damn courts. And it seems like they finally have a judge that's a take no shit judge and is actually
Right.
doing his
Yeah,
job.
yeah. Uh, And that's the thing about this. All of this stuff had a 1 year delay, all because of Grudge Judge, all because he wanted to use the bench to exercise bias.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was wanting to set precedent. He was wanting his name in the law books, making new law.
Because it had to
Wouldn't
do with
surprise
YouTube.
Yep.
He would eat up so much time in court just talking. And I've always said he seemed like a professor still, because that's what professors do. They just talk and talk and talk. And I think he spent too much time as a professor. Um, but they have professors have egos, and
Yeah.
I could see him thinking, "Oh, I'm going to set precedent in this very small case."
Oh, most definitely.
Coop, you were talking about her wiping out her channel. Before she did, she made a post saying something about, if you pay, I'll take a lie detector test. How long ago was it that she said that on one of her groups?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that's going to be funny. I went and got those screenshots before she did all that dirty deleting. But anyway, yeah, just like I said, just like I commented on that post, professional liars can beat a polygraph test. And we all know
Well, and
she's
they
a
only do
professional.
polygraphs in certain cases. Like, they'll never do a polygraph in a local case.
Right?
Like, federal case that's got criminal charges, maybe the FBI will use them.
I don't know. It's I hope Jeremy and the Grangers win because it was just like you said, it's pure harassment in my opinion.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out how Bubbles thought that he was going to get any money whatsoever. I don't see it. Especially on the Trespass 5. How could he possibly think he was going to gain anything at all?
Uh, Again, from the get go, I said his strategy is horrible. Like,
Right.
How much you want to bet she chewed his ass when she got out of that courtroom? Because he filed those cases.
I don't think he is uh, talking with her.
Oh no. Nope.
I think he's got her blocked.
Yeah, I think she's out in the cold all on her own. I think every one of them have turned their back on her and
I
aren't
think
saying a word to her.
this is very possible.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Mhm.
Well, what did Lisa say last night? That she's letting her she walked away from her because she's going to let her hang herself and then she'll be able to blame nobody but herself.
Good luck, Lisa. You've already hitched your horse to that post. Good
Yeah.
luck.
She's your
You-
problem now, Lisa.
Yep.
Hi, Todd.
Yep. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. So what you got going on tonight there, Skipper man?
Uh, I don't have a whole lot. I do have to go pick up the little man here in a little bit.
All right.
That's
All
my big thing.
right.
He contacted me. He wants to come here tonight.
Oh, so he can do that.
Mm-hmm. Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. So he could just come stay with you forever if he wanted to, right?
Yeah, that's what he wants. And I told him, I was like, look, you don't have to contact me to come over here. This is your house too. You just come. Or if you need me to pick you up, you tell me when and where.
Now he's not driving yet, right? He's still got a couple years.
He's close. He's 15. When he turns 15 and a half, if he's done the class, he can get a learner's permit at 15 and a half.
All right. All right. Because that's what I did. I went and got mine at 15, and the minute I turned 16, I got my driver's.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was unleashed on the world.
Believe it or not, we were talking to Kelly earlier, and she'll be 15 in March. And I was like,
Oh,
"Yeah, you
that's
get to go get your permit." And she's like, "I don't want to drive." What? Since when?
Here's the thing
there's a
about
lot. Go ahead,
make
Mikey.
her drive when she gets old enough, because I've seen family members who never went and got their permit, and then when they were 19 and 20, it was like they were scared. It, there are some things that you have to kind of force your kids to do because it's uncomfortable, because
I
fear goes away the more and more you do it.
And it's
I
like I
tr-
was telling Mom, she knows how to drive, and she's always wanted to drive. I don't know why she doesn't want her permit all of a sudden.
I
Well,
tried that with my son. I tried, teaching him how to drive. And me, I'm such a freak when it comes to driving that I couldn't do it. But anyway, he decided at one point he didn't want a license. When he was in college, he was depending on his friends or a bicycle. And I'm like, God, man, kid. But I think he's got it now, but I still don't think he even owns a car. I really don't know. It's like a lot of younger people just don't care to drive anymore.
yeah, I understand that, but it's like, no, you should drive so it doesn't become anything stigmatizing,
Right.
Like I've got a friend who could not drive a stick and was totally scared. And I'm like, this is not that hard of a thing. Like once you get used to it, and it doesn't take that long. I'll admit, when I bought a boat, I was scared to tow it. And my dad was a truck driver. He's like, he goes, here's what you do. You just back that thing into the driveway, pull it out, go around the block, and back it in again from a different angle until you're used to it. About a couple hours doing that, I was fine.
I can't
So
drive a
what you
stick.
Oh, I grew up driving a stick. So what you think, Mikey? What you think's going to happen with all this?
Uh, I mean, this is, I think this is the beginning of the end. Um, unless if they come up with some other way to delay it, all it is at this point is delay tactics. Th- You're going to see it start going downhill. And at a certain point, it's going to be a sprint downhill.
Well, she already owes what $3,200 in Ohio. But
Something
Nate,
like
you
that.
you tack on 50, 60, 70,000 from the Grangers, and then God knows what it's going to be on Jeremy. Because I mean, Randy did a lot of work on that thumbnail case because there was a lot of continuances, there was a lot of delays, and that
Mhm.
cost a lot. So
15 minutes, Mark Feather.
yeah, 15
Sorry.
minutes.
The hearing today was literally 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I didn't even click on that earlier when George said that.
Yeah, Laura just pointed it out. It was Mark Feather that said it would take him 15 minutes.
Right on. So now I think Jeremy said it was in criminal court, wasn't it? Because this is a criminal judge.
He
That's
said
why all
something
the
about criminal court, but I don't know.
well, he was talking about all the people that were showing up, and then I know Mikey had asked about that Dave guy. Well, we found out real quick who he is.
Dan. You talking about Dan.
Dan Owens. Okay, Owen.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
remember I'd heard the name somewhere. So I was like, "Who's that guy?"
Well, we know who he is now.
Oh yeah, well, we always knew, but like we didn't know his name. We just knew his position.
It's going to be interesting. It's really going to be interesting. Because Jeremy's is what, the 22nd for them to come back into court for the
Mm-hmm.
thumbnail case,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's the 7th of October, isn't it, Georgie, for the bankruptcy thing?
October 7th, yes.
So if she's able to get that thing turned back on, that'll put a stay on Jeremy's thumbnail again.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the Grange. Go ahead.
I don't know if I heard Jeremy right or not, but if I heard him and George correctly, the judge didn't give a shit about the bankruptcy. He was ready to get this
because it's
done and
not
over
in
with.
place.
I did have
at that hearing. It's a good chance it won't be in place after that hearing.
Right. But I did have a question for you, Mikey. Say, for instance, the Grangers do win before it goes to bankruptcy, before if she's able to get it back on track, okay, and the Grangers win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now the Grangers are literally creditors.
Yep.
So is she going to go and try and have that squashed where she don't have to pay it?
I mean, she can try. The thing is, so if her bankruptcy case gets revived, she would have to petition to have creditors added, and the court doesn't like that. The court's not going to like that. They're going to have to add, if they were to revive it, they're not going to like that they have to add the creditors she left off the first time.
But she didn't leave Britt and Therese off the first time. She put them on there.
Not them, but yeah, but she didn't have an amount.
Right.
Yeah,
so all she had to do is add the amount. But can a judge, going through bankruptcy, can a judge literally say, "Hey, you just won $56,000. Sorry about your luck. You ain't getting it because she's filing bankruptcy." Can the judge do that?
A judge could do that, yeah. There's nothing really stopping the judge. Judges have pretty broad power.
Because I would imagine at this point in time, if the Grangers win, which I'm pretty sure they will probably be the highest creditor on that piece of paper. All the rest of them are like telephones and stuff like that, right?
I don't know. We'd have to see.
Huh. It'd be pretty interesting.
But they could also petition and say, "Hey, our judgment should not be a part of this because it was just when she filed, this was not in existence."
Right.
And the judge could take that into consideration too.
I wonder if Jeremy's thought about that. Because it's the same way with him. Because like I said, she's got Jeremy, she's got George, Travis, Brett, Therese. Yeah, okay. Do it, brother.
All right, so we're going to wrap this up because I've got somewhere I got to be. But thank you guys for coming. I think this was a good reaction, especially since I didn't do a coffee with the skipper this morning.
Oh, you did something better. You gave us content for 2 hours. we content farmed the hell out of you.
Hey, do it. I don't care. You guys can use my stuff whenever. But all right, guys. Well, thank you for coming. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your outlook on this stuff. This has been fun.
We'll have to do this again when I actually see you guys talking about it. I had it turned off so I could watch Jeremy, and I didn't even see you guys till I was done.
No, it's okay. But yeah, this'll. I think this is we've started the beginning of the end.
All right.
So, all right, guys. Thanks for being here. I'm just going to go ahead and end it just like how I just started it. I'm just going to end it. Thank you. And as always,
Adios.
thank you
Bye.
for being serving.